Yo, what's going on, brothers? What is going on? It is your dude, Mr. International Passport, here again for yet another Future Classic live stream. Special announcement. The Python classes will be closing um Sunday, 18th of February, end of the day. There are only 29 spots left, okay? 29 spots left. So if you miss out, you miss out, right? So you can see it's almost full, right? The brothers are interested in it, and I'm telling you, brothers, to now learn Python. It's going to be a great skill set. Go on my Patreon, look for the tier called the Ultimate Python Course February 2024 to get into the class and book your spot. Again, spots close this Sunday, 18th February, 11:59 p.m. Eastern time. If you miss that time spot, I can't let you in. Okay, I can't let you in. All right. If you're serious about changing your life, being remote, digital nomad, dealing with foreign women all around the world, IT is the best option for you. I'm teaching you IT, the best language in the world. Go and book your slot. So press a one in the live stream chat. Okay, a couple ones. Awesome, awesome, brothers. Awesome. So um welcome, brothers. Huge shout out to those that have supported the channel over the past couple of years. I welcome aboard the new people. I accept and I embrace you with open arms. When you come in tonight, please like the video. Likes are greatly appreciated. Please hit the super chats tonight and hit the PayPal donation. That'd be greatly appreciated. Join the Patreon too for insight into foreign women and how freaky they get in the bedroom. Oh, you want to hear that, right? That's all on the Patreon. So go and check that out. And of course, copy your merch and support any way you can. That will be greatly appreciated. So let's get straight into it, right? Let's get straight into it. I'm looking forward to teaching people next week. I'm looking forward to teaching my new batch of students. 29 spots left for the classes, and yeah, looking forward to teaching y'all, man. You got until the end of Sunday, right? This week to book your spot in the upcoming Python course. All right, you got the networking option, the Intel, the IT stuff. It all comes with the package when you're a student of mine. So, in today's stream, we have a new country to break down, and that's Laos, a country in Southeast Asia. I got a very special guest here with me today, all right? Okay, called Mr. Harold. Okay, Mr. Harold is up here in the building. He's here to break it down for us. Mr. Harold, how you doing, bro?
Oh, hey, how you doing, man? It's great to get on the live stream today again. So doing great.
Thank- Thanks, Harold. Thanks, bro. So, brother, Laos. Can I ask my first question to you, brother, is why Laos? Why did you go there in the first place, bro?
Oh, so I originally went there for a visa run. So it was simply to just get my visa extended for Thailand, and then I just headed right back to
Okay, awesome.
Thailand. Yeah.
Nice one, Harold. So, Harold, you were where in Laos? Were you in the capital city or were you in another city? Break it down for us, bro.
I was only in Vientiane actually. So
Okay, and Vientiane is the capital city of Laos.
yeah, Vientiane is the capital. Yes.
Awesome, bro. Vientiane. That sounds like that sounds French, bro. French is that
Um,
right in my assessment?
Yeah, I mean, maybe we could talk about this more in later in the video. But Laos was a former French colony, and when you're around Laos, you can see a lot of the influences of from France there. Actually, I'm from New Orleans, or I live near New Orleans, and there's a lot of similar architectural influences in Vientiane and New Orleans too. So it was very interesting in that way.
Awesome, awesome. So Harold, let's get straight into it, brother. So you were in Laos, right? And it sounds to me, based on my assessment, like to be a lovely place, right? And I'd say a hidden gem in the grand scheme of things when it comes to Southeast Asia. When it comes to Southeast Asia, bro, a lot of brothers love Philippines, they love Thailand, and in my opinion, right, particularly Thailand, that's played out. right? In my opinion, and we got to start expanding to new territories when we're in this IT game. When we got our certs, when we're IT bros, we want to start expanding out to different territories. So my first question to you, brother, is accommodation, brother. So when you were in Laos, Mr. Harold, uh, where were you staying, brother? Break it down for us.
I was just staying in hostels at the time, and yeah, it's just hostels. Yeah, so I'm there's other types of accommodations with any place, but yeah, I might have spent maybe similar as like in developed countries, it was about $10 a night for the hostel,
Okay,
pretty
awesome.
affordable, and it was a nice hostel too.
So I get the assessment, brother, that you're a hostel, bro. You love hostels, right?
Yeah, no, I've I've had the incredible opportunity to visit so many countries and all over the world, and hostels have made it a lot easier, business a lot cheaper. And every time I've traveled solo, so hostels have given me an opportunity to meet people and not just be alone the whole time. And also, it's really broadened my mind because I've met people from all over the world and had many, many interesting conversations and learned about the world from the people I met in hostels. So I would even prefer that in most cases. And maybe if I was with my girl or something, it would be different. But I mean, a lot of times I would rather go to the hostel than just be in some Airbnb alone, just hanging out with one person as opposed to meeting so many. So
Interesting, bro. So,
yeah,
brother, in your time in the hostel in Laos, bro, can you break down what kind of women you met there or people you met there, brother, in terms of, nationalities, how they treated you? Just want to know the whole vibe there in the hostel scene in Laos.
so I mean, I stayed in one hostel and it was just a similar vibe. I think in this, what maybe what was a little bit different is there are a lot of French people there, so that was very interesting. And I guess they still have that some of those French colonial influences, even with the tourists that are coming there. But outside of that, it was just pretty ordinary. When I was there, I actually met a girl from she was Japanese and South African, and we were kind of hanging out, and yeah, so that was kind of interesting too.
Awesome. Wow, incredible. Hold on, bro. Shout out to Mr. Jeremy Sears. Thank you, bro, for the $50 super chat. I appreciate you, bro, for the support. Welcome back, bro. Hope you're well. Happy New Year. Salute IP. Blessings on your adventures and travels, King. Salute, fellow brother. Salute to you too, bro. Appreciate the support, man. Thank you so very much, brothers. Hit the super chats tonight. Hit the PayPal tonight. We've got a new country and new vibes. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So, next question for you, brother. Right? Is who runs the country of Laos, brother? So when you were there, brother, who has the most power? Is it the ethnic Laos people, or are there a bunch of Koreans there power, or the French white people? Break it down for us, bro.
I wasn't there for too long, but I think as opposed to a lot of countries in the world where like kind of like white people are running the country. I think Laos seemed very much like it was Laotian people running the country, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's some kind of crazy Illuminati thing, or like some kind of, maybe France still has their hand in things like the situation in West Africa. But
Mm.
I highly doubt it. I think Laotians are running things out there.
Okay, nice. Good to hear that. Free Africa from colonial French hands. We know what's going on. In West Africa, free Africa. May Africa be self-sufficient, independent, and be a powerful nation or constant in the future. That is our original homeland, and we wish the best for them and our people.
Yes, me too. Me too. I'm all with you there. Yes.
So next question for you, brother, is so brother, when you were there, right, in your time in Laos, for me, brother, I'm about business, right, and I want to encourage brothers to be about business too. When we also passport bros, IT bros, we should be looking at opportunities for business when we go abroad. When you were in Laos, brother, how was there any? Did you observe any investment opportunities out there, bro?
Um, I mean, you kind of do have to look for that type of thing, but I can just give you a general vibe, a general thing that I saw on the ground. I think that it would be a great place to invest. If you look at the situation, like it's right near China, so it's just south of China. However, it's not really so developed yet. So the prices are very affordable. Um, definitely it's the infrastructure is not as developed as maybe say a China or a Western country, but I definitely see a lot of potential there, and the prices are really really affordable. And also the tourism scene is it's there, but it's not really as developed as maybe places like Thailand. So I think it could definitely be a great frontier market.
Okay.
But with that being said, and I mean, you're gonna have to, I mean, don't quote me on this aspect of it, but I think maybe it seemed to me that it was a little bit of a country where it might be hard to navigate certain regulations. So that's just kind of the vibe that I got, especially with needing a visa, just to tip the general tone. So that seemed like it might be a concern, but it seemed at the same time, if you could get through that, I think it could be a great place to maybe invest.
Amazing, amazing, brother. So next question for you, brother, right, is now in terms of how will you treat there as a Western black man in Laos, right? So we're in Laos, majority brown Southeast Asian people. Brother, you stand out with your Afro hair, you're a tall brother too. So brother, how will you treat brother as a Western black man by the people there in Laos?
Um, I have nothing but great things to say. I mean, I think the Laotian people might have been some of the nicest people that I've ever met. I mean, just just flowing with love, kindness. It's like they say Thailand is the land of smiles, and I think Laotian culture is very similar to Thai culture. Like the people are very happy, very nice, very kind. I have nothing but good things to say. Like, I was really impressed with the people out there, actually.
Incredible, incredible, bro. So next question for you, brother, right, is in terms of the people further, right? So Laos people, um, are they extroverted people? Are they introverted people? Are they kind people? Break down Laos people in general, brother, their personalities.
Laos is a country that I think hasn't necessarily had much exposure to the rest of the world, and I think there is some tourism, of course, but it's still. I mean, maybe perhaps it's like Guatemala, but even more so in kind of its own bubble. So I think it hasn't really been, influenced that much by the world. Um, so the people have a very like seem strangely trusting, like strangely nice and kind. You can definitely feel the warmth. So I would say Laotian people are pretty extroverted, and that's one thing that I learned visiting Southeast Asia. Being a Black American, sometimes the vibe with Asian Americans is like not cool. I mean,
Mm,
maybe they seem like they could be racist or something. And it was a really, really interesting experience to go over to Southeast Asia and see how nice a lot of the Asian people were, and how open and extroverted. Like I kind of, and I don't want to generalize, but I find Asian people to be more on the shyer side. But then when I went to Southeast Asia, I could see that it's the culture in different parts of Asia is very different. So the Laotian people are pretty extroverted, I think. You know.
but brother, it's I think it's also important that you mentioned that how, brother, you mentioned that how there's animosity towards Black Americans and Asian people. Do you mean Asian people in America or Asian people actual in the country in Japan and South Korea?
I mean, like I don't want to like I heard I had some kind of I feel like maybe I had some racist experiences in South Korea, but like when I'm talking Southeast Asia, I've had nothing but great vibes, nothing but great vibes. Like, but what I was saying is that some of the Asian Americans can be kind of weird. You know what I mean?
No, brother,
That's what I'm trying to say.
I agree with that, brother. I feel like from what I've heard personally as well, and even in the UK too, East Asian people, Chinese, Korean, Japanese in the UK don't like us. They don't like black people, right? In my opinion, and I heard that's even worse in America. For some reason, there's huge animosity from Asian Americans towards Black Americans, and I don't get that. Like, Black Americans haven't harmed them. We didn't oppress them during when they were colonized by white people. We haven't harmed them in any shape or form. I just don't get it, bro. I
Yeah,
don't get
I
it.
mean that's one thing. I am a black man who's gone to Asia, lived in Asia for about a year, and I felt I did find like I guess a different type of closeness with Asian people that maybe a lot of other black people may not have, you know. So I don't really get the vibe either, you know. I watched like a whole video about like sort of you know, the whole the racism in Asia, or not racism in Asia, like why some of the Asian Americans are acting like that, and they have this. I heard about this model minority thing, and like they're sort of you know, they're kind of like, for instance, white America has kind of put them as the model minority. So as a result, they're looking at black Americans through the same lens that white Americans are looking at, and perhaps they're maybe even looking at it more extreme because they're buying into a stereotype, not making it. You know, does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense, bro. And you know what?
Yeah,
Without Black Americans, Asian Americans wouldn't even be there in America in the first place. Obviously, Black Americans fought for everyone during the civil rights movement, not only for
exactly.
themselves, right? And that just shows you how kind and incredible Black American people are. They could have done things for themselves. They could have been put themselves first, and they had every right to. I mean, Black Americans, they've been through slavery, they've been through a lot. But during that time in the 60s, 50s, they fought for the rights of everyone, man. So people who are immigrants in America should be thanking Black Americans, in my honest opinion.
Yeah, yeah. I think especially minorities like Latinos and Asian Americans. Like I mean, the Black Americans definitely paved the way to, you know, to for everybody to have equal rights. So, you know, just I don't get it. I don't get it. But you know, I mean, I think maybe things are changing in some parts of the country, but at the same time, you know, it's like I swear to God, it's like in every convenience store in the country, there's probably some Asian guy that owns it, and then you walk in there as a black man, and you're just treated like a criminal, you know. And I just, you know, and I just don't like that vibe. That's one reason I don't even like the U.S. You know, that's one reason I kind of, a part of me just wants to leave, you know, and that's why I've traveled a lot too. So yeah.
Don't worry, bro. We're gonna be all right. Shout out to Mr. Harrison for the $5 super chat. Appreciate you, bro. IPM Teaching Brothers SEO and digital marketing. Let's chat sometime about white label. Okay, brother. Reach out to me, bro, on IG. Let's have a talk about that. I'm not sure what white label means, but reach out to me, bro. So next question for you, brother, is so brother, when you were in Laos, right? Okay, how did you meet people and make friends there? And break it down for passport bros.
Um. So I mean, to be fair, I was just there for a couple of weeks, and I was just getting my visa, so that was kind of my main focus. And I was work. I had a remote job, so I had to like work 8 hours a day, and then I went over to the visa office like 4 times, so I kind of hung out a little bit here and there, but I wouldn't necessarily say I was with, you know, all with the locals. But like the from the interactions I did have with the locals, it was really positive. So I was just kind of more so meeting people in the hostels. But I will say that I feel like it wouldn't be difficult to meet friends in Laos. It's a very like together society. It's, you know, the people are easy to talk to. So I think you could just in Vientiane, you could just probably meet them out and about. You know.
Okay, awesome, bro. So, brother, obviously you're in Laos. You're in the capital city. What was your first impressions there, brother, of the country in terms of infrastructure, in terms of the whole vibe there, in terms of comparing, the impressions to other countries you've been to? Break it down for us, bro.
So Laos, I was only in Vientiane, really, to be honest with you. So I'm speaking of Vientiane. It seemed like it was a bit gritty, you know, like it was maybe a bit lower income. It's like, you know, you could definitely in some areas feel that maybe this wasn't the richest country in the world, you know. I haven't really been to Cambodia, but it might remind me of Phnom Penh, or maybe like a small Bangkok, but like way less developed. So that's kind of what I was getting from it. The streets typically are a bit spread out. Lots of, not lots of traffic, but like on the main streets it can be quite loud. But then other parts have beautiful mixtures of French and Asian architecture, which I found very interesting. So it's kind of like a developing lower income city, but they have very beautiful touches of European architecture and like really interesting Buddhist temples dotted around the city. And also, it was really nice seeing the Mekong River. It was, yeah, that was a really really beautiful experience, and that's a really amazing river and uh, part of the city. So the infrastructure, I think, seems pretty messed up in general. Not, it's not terrible, but it's not like it's. You could definitely see the difference being from a Western country and then going there and seeing how the influences of maybe not having as much income.
Awesome, bro. So now, brother, in terms of like transportation, right? Um, how does one move around out there in capital city Laos, brother? Break it down how you moved out there. Break it down for us, bro.
You walk a lot of places, and also they have like a tuk tuk, which is basically like taking, it's like a taxi. So that's what I primarily did. I just walked and took the tuk tuk. But I think I assume maybe they have some type of public transportation system, and then a lot of people maybe uh, the locals usually ride a motorbike, or if you're visiting there, you could rent a motorbike. Like in Southeast Asia, they're really big on motorbikes. So I would say primarily the motorbike or the tuk tuk taxi thing, and maybe public transportation.
What's tok tok? What's that?
Like a tuk tuk, like a little, it's like a little car. It's like a three-wheeled car with like an open back seat.
Okay, brother, get close to your mic, please. But you're a bit distant. We can't hear you too well. So
Oh,
thanks, brother.
sorry,
That'd be
sorry,
great.
sorry.
Yeah, get close, please, bro. Thank you. So awesome, bro. So next question, bro. So how much did that cost you transportation? Was it cheap?
Oh, it's really cheap, man. Yeah, very, very cheap. It's been a couple of years, but from what I remember, it was very cheap.
Okay.
Like, okay, I'll give you an example. I went from it was an hour tuk ride, and it was like $10
Wow.
from,
Okay, bro.
yeah, yeah.
So let me ask this then, brother. Right. In terms of food, right? Break down Laos food for us, brother. When you were there, is Laos food tasty? If so, what was your favorite cuisine? Break down food for us, please.
Oh man, like Laotian food is amazing, man. Like I love Thai food. That's the main thing I miss about Thailand. And Laotian food is also very, very good. It's a little bit, I would say it's very close to Thai food, but it's kind of a little bit different than that. Lots of like noodles, curries, um, you know, things like that, like soup, that like some of like the Thai soups, like tom kha, tom yum. But they have that same type of thing in Laos. But I remember, I'll give you one experience I had, and maybe we could talk about this. But this is the one situation I had with the Laotian women. Because they have a lot of street food where they be cooking, like Laotian food, and they would have a lot of like noodles and tofu and different like stir fries and stuff like that. And they just, I remember I went to the street food place, and I ordered something, and then they were just all these they're like five girls, sweet as could be, just asking me all kinds of questions about myself, and then just giving me plate after plate after plate. Like, you want more? Then the girl's like, "Oh, I'll cook you this. I'll cook you this." You know, like just so that was a really really heartwarming experience, and the girls were incredibly warm and incredibly feminine. So,
Wow. Wow. So obviously, before we go and break down the woman part, brother, um, let me ask this, brother. So cost of living wise, brother, all right. When you compare cost of living in Laos to America, what's cheaper, Laos or America? Does your dollar stretch very far in Laos? Break it down for us, bro.
oh man, come on, it's a lot cheaper than the U.S. Yeah, I would probably say you could maybe get a meal like street food. We're talking like uh $2 to $3. Maybe eating in a restaurant could be anywhere from like maybe 5 to 7, maybe 5 to 10. But like I think if you pay 10 in Laos, oh man, you're getting you're hooked up. So I would say average 5 probably. Um, transportation. I would say like compared to, I would say I can compare it to London for you. I would say transportation would be in London 3 times more. Um, I didn't really rent an apartment, but I would assume it's very cheap. The hostel that I rented, or that I was getting, was just $10 a night, and it included breakfast. So yeah, it's a pretty affordable country.
Did you say $10 a night for hostel?
Yeah, 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 yeah. So
Bro, are you kidding
um,
me? $10 a night
yeah,
for hostel.
yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, it's pretty. Yeah, yeah. Are you? I wonder if you're messing with me. But yeah, no, it's pretty common. Yeah,
Including breakfast. Flipping heck,
yeah,
fam.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And the Laotian kip, or yeah. So the Laotian kip isn't like very. It's a. I mean, it's a pretty small currency. So if you have, like, for instance, like euros, British pounds, dollars, I mean, you're going to be able to get like so many. Like the currency exchange rate is really going to be in your favor.
Wow, looks like this might be a spot for passport bros. Incredible, bro. But what about internet speeds, brother? How's that there in Laos?
Oh, very fast, very no problems at all. I mean, I was in the capital though. Some of these other places, maybe outside of the city, could be a different situation, but the capital, yeah, no problem, no problem.
Okay, so brother, now safety. Okay, brother. You know, safety, brother, aspect is very important to me. Obviously, Colombia, bit jacked up at the moment. Safety issues there. For me, brother, safety is big and very key for me, bro. So I'm asking this question, bro, real quick, right? Is the capital city of Laos safe? Were you safe in the nighttime by yourself and in the daytime? No one tried checking you or stepping up to you. No gang wealth, no gang stuff over there, brother. Were you safe, brother, in general? Break it down.
Yeah, man. Oh, man. Yeah, complete. Laos is safe as it's very, 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 very safe. I mean, I want to knock on wood because God knows what could happen in life, but no, it's incredibly safe. Like in the USA, there's like all this gun violence and crazy stuff going on. Um, but Laos, it's a like. Well, I think one thing that maybe perhaps the Buddhist influence makes in a society is that it's very like peaceful in a sense. I think violence is typically not common. So, and also there isn't necessarily this, I would say, mm, like Thailand is very seedy, but I didn't really get that vibe in Laos at all. Like, there's not like, it's not like someone's gonna steal your stuff, or or there's a bunch of like prostitution. It's
Oh,
very
woman,
calm.
woman who sell box, woman who's keep it coded, bro. 3 or 4s. Keep it coded, bro, please. So
Oh no.
woman who sell box.
Oh, okay. Oh no, I didn't think that was a bad word. It's just but no, I was just comparing to Laos versus Thailand. That you don't have that type of thing in Laos as much. It doesn't, or at least it's not is in your face like that. But just to answer your question, man, yeah, Laos is very, very safe. And that's one reason I kind of prefer Asia in a lot of ways, and Europe to Latin America, because even though I would say in Latin America, maybe sometimes it isn't necessarily like you're gonna get killed, but it's like there's always like a scam, or there's always there's if you're gonna get pickpocketed if you're not, so you're always kind of on edge, and if you're not, you could be really in some in some bad situations, you know what I'm saying? So
Thank you.
yeah, so
Awesome. Brother, keep it coded, yeah. So instead of saying KILED, deleted on a live, keep it very coded, please, brother. That'd be greatly appreciated. So next question for you, brother, is in terms of racism, brother, right? So you're a black man. I'm guessing brother. In my opinion, right? I think you're the first ever black man to ever touch down in Laos. um,
yeah, I don't know, I met black people there, man. I met a beautiful, hey, I met a dime. I mean, and I'm trying to stay calm here. I want to come off as you know intelligent, but I'm telling you, I met a dime, and she was a black woman from Belgium. That might have been one of the baddest chicks I've ever seen in my life. Okay, like, So I'll just say that. But yeah, no, there's black people that go there. I met two, like two. Well, they were both. There's two girls from Belgium, so that was it. But yeah, but the
Was
rest were
she?
yeah.
What
Huh?
was that black dime chicken for brothers?
Oh man, yeah. Like what I was. So I yeah we yeah she was feeling me heavy, man. Like and to like and really to be honest with you, I mean I don't necessarily feel like I get the type of attention I like sometimes from black women in the states, but I mean she was probably one of the sexier black women I've seen, and she was feeling me. I mean she was really into me. So that was my last day in night in Belgium. I was actually on a date with that girl, or no, not Belgium, in Laos. So yeah,
Amazing, amazing, bro. All right, so
yeah.
brother, next question for you right now is in terms. Oh, so racism, brother. Did you experience any racism there at all from the people in terms of
No,
words,
no,
actions, any slurs and English slurs, any slurs in their language? Were you good?
no. No, no. I mean, I would say I didn't find anything bad at all. I think Asian people might like we're talking Asian people from the continent of Asia. They were a little bit. They can say some ignorant things sometimes, but no, I definitely wouldn't say I've experienced racism there. Um, well, I mean, to be fair, I will say that a lot of people in Thailand like, and I would have to answer this question just about every other day because they would ask me if I was mixed with Thai. Like they asked me if I'm Thai and black, so I don't know where that was coming from. But so I don't know if you're dark skinned, maybe it could be a different situation. But I'd be kind of surprised if they were on that type of thing in Laos.
So let me ask you, brother. What ignorant thing did they say to you, brother, that shocked you in Laos?
No one said anything bad to me in Laos. Just other Asian people I've met, like just as far just I really don't want to necessarily go into specifics. Um,
Koreans,
like
right? Break it down for it's cool, bro. Don't worry,
Well,
man.
hey,
Give us all nine
this didn't
yards.
happen in this
Go
didn't
on.
happen in Southeast Asia. This didn't happen in Southeast Asia. It happened in Korea. Um, but and I mean, yeah, there was a guy in this household. And he just was just screaming at me, all mad and everything. Um, because so what happened was is so I mean I've been staying there a week. But I actually what happened was I got lost. One night I walked out and my phone died and I just got lost. And I was like, it was like, man, it was like 17 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is in Celsius, but I mean, it was cold, man. Like, you know, man, I just want to, for anybody who doesn't know, just to like, I mean, it was 17 degrees Fahrenheit. So
Hmm.
that's -8. Yeah, -8 Celsius. So I was literally I left the hostel at 9. I couldn't figure out how to get back until about 7 a.m. And I was just wandering around for hours, and it was probably one of the worst experiences of my life. So I got to the house when I was asleep, and so I hadn't paid my the next night. So then the guy wakes me up, and he's just pissed off. He was like, I know people like you, and I'm like, bro, like, like you don't even know me, man. And
Wow.
yeah, and it's just like just so ridiculous. I mean, I don't want to scream in this cafe, but like it's just like, I don't know what he was trying to say by that, and it was just really, you know, he was just screaming at me too, just really angry, and he was just giving me a real hard time. And so, I mean, and I paid him. I paid him, of course, but it was just I had gotten lost that whole night, and that's why I was asleep and didn't extend. So, if he was just like, "Hey, man, you didn't pay your," cool, okay, cool. But he's just screaming at me, trying to make stereotypes. That's I don't like that. You know. So, and yeah, I mean, actually, he was my friend, and he's from China, and he was just saying like he was wondering why black people in the U.S. seem like they're struggling, and then he said like he wonders if white people have higher intelligence levels than black people,
Wow.
and but and he said this. It's like he said this, but see what he was. There was this thing by this like conservative news outlet that basically made this whole. It wasn't science or anything like that, but it made this whole thing, about like how white people have bigger brains than black people. So he read this and then he was just saying this back to me, you know. So, but see, like they can't, they don't know what political correctness is, so you can kind of see what they really feel. And like he's my friend to this day, he's my friend to this day, and I don't think he's really like that. But you know, yeah, I mean, there's definitely, and there's been other cases like that too. But I don't think that really happened in Southeast Asia. That was more East Asia. Do you understand what I mean?
Mm. No, thanks
Yeah.
for no, no, bro. So, next question, brother. I got a super chat here, brother. From I am Waf. Thank you, bro, for the $2 super chat. Stu IP, can you get around with just English in Laos, bro?
You'd be surprised. They typically speak English out there, and that's the same for Thailand and Vietnam. Yeah, English you can typically get around. I would even say bet like if I could compare to South Korea is hard to get around with just English, man. But for whatever reason, there's such a great master of English out there. Maybe because Laotian or Thai is such a very like small language, they feel like they have to learn English. I don't know, but yeah, it's easy to get around there with just English.
Awesome, bro. Awesome, awesome. So, next question for you, brother, is now in terms of culture. So, is Laos a conservative culture? Is it a liberal culture? Is it a mixture of two? Break down the cultural aspect there for us, please.
I definitely wouldn't say it's liberal in the sense of like the West or anything like that. And yeah, so I would say probably probably conservative. You know, um,
Why is that?
so Thailand is liberal, I would say, but not in the sense of the Western wokeness, but it's like open with like sexuality and things like that. And I think Laos is less so that type of vibe. You know what I'm saying? So that's
Mm,
so I would probably say it's leaning towards it's I think it's the culture is similar to Thailand, but like more conservative.
incredible, incredible. So, we love hearing conservative nations. I think the conservatism is the way forward for brothers and the whole movement. Fantastic. So, next question for you, brother. Right, next question for you is now in terms of lifestyle. So, what kind of lifestyle do people live there in you know in Laos, and what kind of lifestyle would a passport live there too? Is it a flashy lifestyle? Is it a humble lifestyle? Break it down for us, bro.
I mean, I think it the lifestyle depends on maybe what you're looking for. I was only in the capital, so I can only speak on the capital. But it just seemed to me that Laos was kind of maybe a country where that didn't have very much economic development. So I would imagine that the people kind of the locals are kind of maybe poorer, living simple lifestyles. It's not like I don't think I don't think it's like necessarily like glamorous like a Paris or New York or something like that or a London. But I would say, you know, maybe if you were like a brother, you went over there to Vientiane, it's really cheap, it's not developed, so many job opportunity or so many business opportunities could be found there. I bet you could go out there if you played your cards right and then start to you could probably live a flashy lifestyle for sure, you know, for sure. I mean, but it's not going to be like necessarily where you're going to have the architecture, the culture like you would in maybe like a Paris, Does that make sense?
It does make sense, bro. It does make sense. So, brother, from a Laos perspective, though, what kind of lifestyle are they living on average, people?
I mean, I'm not trying to. It didn't seem like people were starving there. Like there was like people living in slums, like Brazil or Colombia or Latin America. It didn't seem like there was like as much like suffering or like poverty where like people are just like I mean, it didn't seem like that type of poverty, but it just seems like the people are pretty poor and they're living like a pretty simple life. You know what I mean?
Okay,
But
I
there's not
see.
like a. It doesn't seem like there was like a favela or there was like things like that. You know.
Okay, interesting, bro. So let me now ask you this, brother. Right? Let me ask you this. So it appears that Laos is a good spot, but in the capital city, brother, if you can remember, where were you staying at in terms of the avenue or the spot within the capital city that is safe and good for brothers for infrastructure purposes, shops around us? Where do you recommend specifically, bro? If you can remember.
I mean, I would just uh there's near this arc. It's like there's like a kind of like a Arc de Triomphe in Laos. Um, uh, I'm just trying to look this what this thing is called. But yeah, there's like an arc in Laos, like kind of like the Arc de Triomphe, and I would probably want to stay near there because you're pretty centralized. It's called the Pa Patoxe Victory Monument. So I was staying like a 10-minute walk from there. If you stay there, yeah, you're pretty centrally located, out there.
Spell that
And
for us,
you're
please.
Patuxay Victory Monument, and you're pretty close to the Mekong River too, which is also very beautiful. And then there's like kind of like these markets where people are selling street food, lots of restaurants. Then there's this like Golden Temple thing. Um, so yeah, I mean it's a very interesting place. I mean culturally, it's very very interesting. Like you won't see anything like it. It's very very cool.
Amazing, amazing, bro. Fantastic. So, brother, that's the first part of the stream done, and I want to go on to the woman part, brother. So, I'm going to ask you a very important question, bro. Okay,
Okay, all right.
and this question, bro, is probably the most important question in the history of mankind. Right? When I say mankind, I'm talking millions of years of sort of civilization, brother. Right? This question, brother, is so important and powerful that it can stop world wars, brother. A question so needed, it can it can turn water into wine and vice versa. A question so powerful and potent, it can allow mankind to walk on water like Christ did in the Bible, bro. A question so needed, brother, right? It you know it can essentially, brother, right, cause a tsunami, right? It's that powerful, bro. So the question for you, brother, is: are the women in Laos, brother, in your opinion, from what you saw, from what you observed, are they checking heavy for black men and passport, bros?
Oh yeah, man. Hey, I got limited intel about the women there, but just from the interactions I saw, I think yes. I wouldn't say heavy. I wouldn't say heavy, but I would definitely say they are.
Why is that,
Um,
bro? Go on, break it down.
so I think in Laos, they haven't necessarily seen very many black men, so there's a bit of an intrigue factor. It's like kind of like whoa. Southeast Asian women are not necessarily racist. So they're not coming with this baggage, and they're also very nice and very friendly. I think in a lot of ways there could be some parallels between like black culture and Southeast Asian. Not parallels in that like the culture, but like just in the warmth of the people. So I feel like you could the women are feminine and they kind of like match a black man's energy kind of in a way, you know. So like I told you, I mean, the main the main thing that happened to me when I was out there was the how the women treated me cooking all that food. So and when I was on the street, there was definitely some women checking me out, like just like staring me down. So I didn't necessarily date any women there, but I definitely think if I spent some time out there, yeah, oh yeah.
Brother, what do you mean cooking you food, brother? Did you go to a woman's house and she made you a nice mac and cheese meal with some collard greens? Break it down for us, bro. What do you mean cooking you food? How did that situation happen, bro? Break it down for us.
Oh no, so like I was just getting some street food, like I was trying to say before, and then the women just like they just started talking to me, asking me about myself, and then they were just like, "Oh, let me cook you this. Let me cook you this. Do you want to try this?" And I was like, "Oh, okay, let me cook you this." And then they just kept on going, And this is like for an hour. So like after an hour, they just cooked me all this different stuff. I was just like, man, there's been a few times where I got treated by a woman like this. Like it was just, and it was like a group of 5 girls, like they were like in their 20s, and I was like, wow, man, this is how a man deserves to be treated. Like, and
Go on, bro.
like, and they didn't even charge me. That was the thing. Like they didn't even charge me. It's like what the like, so that was the experience that kind of is in my mind about Laotian women.
Incredible, brother, right? So let me ask this, right, brother, right? You know me, brother, right? And the brothers who watch my channel know me. I love that peanut butter brown skin complexion on a chick, brother. Long black hair, but that light brown peanut butter crisp complexion. Oh Lord, oh, I love it.
I got
So,
you. Yeah.
brother, let me ask this, right, brother, right? In Laos, is it true that would you say the average woman there has that Southeast Asian complexion, that brown skin, long black hair? Is that true, bro? Break it down for me.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I think Laotian women are kind of similar to Chinese, or not Chinese. Thai women, but I think they're a little bit prettier, and I think there might be a little bit more like a little like maybe a little taller. Uh, but yeah, I would say they're kind of looking like Thai women. They're definitely not curvy, but beautiful. I mean, I beautiful. You know,
Amazing.
just if you can maybe accept the whole like, I mean, they're skinny, but like if you can get past that, yeah, these are some beautiful women. I would love to be with a Laotian girl.
Amazing, bro. Now, brother, you mentioned tall women, brother. And I'll keep it real with you, brother, right? I'm gonna keep it a stack, right? I'm not into tall women like that because I ain't trying to arm wrestle in the bedroom, right? I ain't trying to that's where
they're not.
hold on, bro, right?
Yeah.
So, brother, in terms of like body type, brother, right? I think ideal height 5'6", 5'7" is perfect for woman, brother, in my opinion. And then, I love that curvy, slim, thick chick, right? Uh, proportionate chest, proportionate back. I don't want no BBL. I don't want no chest job. I need a normal chick, brother. Brother, does the average can I find that in Laos, bro? Or is the average chick skinny, 5'10", 5'11", 6 foot chicks? Break it down for me, bro.
I would say that I think Laotian women might be a slightly more curvy than Thai women, um, but they're definitely not terribly curvy. Then, and when I say tall, they're not tall. They're just a little bit taller than Thai women. Does that make sense? Maybe
Yes,
we're
indeed.
talking like 5'3" to 5'5", if that makes sense. Um,
Interesting. Mhm.
yeah, but maybe, and I don't know if this is the right time to share this, though, but I don't want to ruin anybody's party. But like in Laos, actually, they don't allow a foreigner to marry or date a West or a foreign man. Like they
What?
don't.
What do you mean, bro? What do you mean by that? Break it down. What?
Yeah, so it's illegal to marry or date a foreign man if you're a Laotian woman. So that is like maybe like the president or the politicians are seeing like, oh man, I'll be damned if this place is gonna be like Thailand. We're this is we're gonna shut this down now. So yeah, there's actually, and that was a very strange law. I mean, it seems like unheard of in civilized society to control the people and the women in that way, but yeah, that is the law. So, and I don't know how strict they are with it. Like, I don't know I don't know if they're actually enforcing it, but that is the law. So let's just
Oh,
keep that in mind. So
okay.
maybe I could assume maybe some Laotian women might be a little bit apprehensive to take it further. I definitely did see some interracial couples, mainly with white men out there. So I don't know what that deal was, but I think maybe they're not making it the easiest to get with a Laotian woman. You know what I'm saying?
Did you see black men out there, Laotian women?
No, not that I know of. Not that I know
Okay. So, brother,
of.
how will one do it then, brother? So let's say, right, you really want a Laotian chick, right? you go to Laos. Do you arrange some sort of way to get out of the country? Maybe take it to the Philippines, or I don't know. So can you break it down for me, bro? That's how.
I mean, I'm sure they can't control them. I'm sure they can't control them leaving the country, but you might have to think about the finances of that because I'm Laos isn't going to get you into any Western country, so you're probably going to have to figure out a way to pay for it. And I mean, unless her family's rich, she probably doesn't have the money to pay for all that herself. So you'll probably have to get her out and then marry her. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay.
So yeah, let that be known. But I mean, this girl's American, but I know a Laotian girl that she works at she works at an Asian restaurant. Her parents own it, and I go there. They're cool, real cool. And I thought the girl was cute, but I just never, for whatever reason, I just never made the move. But she married him, or she didn't marry him, but her baby daddy is a black man, and I was like, man, because like I was just kicking myself for not, I guess I just didn't think she would be into it, but yeah, I mean, apparently she was. So, and that brother's in jail now, so I'm sure she regrets it, but yeah,
Damn. Okay.
yeah,
Mr. in the live stream chat, send me a DM on IG, bro. We got to touch base, brother. Please, ASAP. We need your perspective on the channel about Laos. So, brother, this is interesting, right? So, can you, as a passport, bro, from what you observed out there, where in the capital city shall we go to obviously meet single women that are wifey material? How would we do it out there, brother? If you have any intel for us, if possible.
I would maybe I would go I would go down to the Mekong River. There's a little market there, like a little downtown area market, like bunch of street foods, vendors, all that. Lots of people around there. I would just maybe go there, hang out, see who you can meet. That's what I would probably do. You know, I mean, but if you were serious about moving out to Laos, I mean, like there's some countries in the world where you could really benefit. Like you could go there and make some serious money moves. Okay. So if you're out there living there and you have that, you have that, you're different, and also you can maybe work remotely. It's cheap, not developed. There's so many business opportunities. I mean, yeah, I'm sure you could meet just a woman naturally, because and they're definitely checking for brothers out there, man, for sure.
Wow.
So, yeah, I would just maybe say spend some time there because then that way you can kind of maybe navigate the whole situation with the legality and and figure that out. And you know, I think maybe you need a social circle, Or, but to be fair though, the Laotian women are really friendly. They're easy to talk to. It's not the same vibe as the West. These are just very, very, very sweet women. So I mean, you could probably just hang out and maybe strike up some conversations with them too.
So, brother, when you were communicating with Laos one, brother, what was that, English all the time, or did you know some
Oh
Laos
yeah,
language?
English. That, but with the language, maybe I forgot to mention this, but there is French there. Like you'll go everywhere around the city, and there'll be French like buildings, French names, a French bathroom, like like they'll say garçon, fille, like, but yeah, so there's definitely like French language around there. I don't know how much the people there would speak French. But there's like you can see French words everywhere, so maybe they probably know some French. I'd assume, but they're speaking. They're speaking a language similar to Thai, but everybody knows English. I mean, it's not everybody, but like I would say if they're like in their 20s, they're young, yeah, they probably speak English.
Amazing, bro. So, brother, what about the park scene, the museum scene? Wine tasting scene. Did you experience that, bro? Did you meet women there, if you at all, or just how were you meeting
Yeah.
women if possible? Just break it down.
No, so like I'm just like I told you, I was just there a week, So I was just there a couple of weeks, 2 weeks. So I was just kind of this is just kind of the vibe I got. I was working more on the vibes.
Mm,
But when the women were just looking at me, when I was walking in the street, or I had the interaction with the women that were cooking for me. That was the vibe that I got there. So your question was about like the well, okay, Laos is interesting because it is like a Southeast Asian country, but the French influence is definitely there. So they have like some touches of beautiful architecture, beautiful parks. You could get some probably, like when you're going out to dinner, it's like kind of like there's some touches of like eating in a Parisian cafe. You have it's Southeast Asia, but then you do have that, you might be able to get a glass of wine. Does that make sense?
yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So feminism, obviously, that's quite heavy in France, right? Did you feel feminism there amongst the women, brother?
No, 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 no. I don't think that they're doing any of that, man. Yeah, not at
Amazing.
all. Not at all. And I'm gonna put Laotian women in a category of Thai women. I don't think Thai women are on that, and I think Laotian women are in even another level of not really rocking with that.
Amazing. Amazing, bro. So next question for you, brother, right? Okay. Is in terms of do you think last women are wifey? If so, tell us why they're wifey, brother, in your opinion.
Oh man, well if you can get past the legality of it, I definitely think so. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Um, yeah, Southeast Asian women, if you can meet one maybe that hasn't been Americanized, because you can, and I I don't want to make a blanket statement because I haven't necessarily met. I had some, this is just kind of the vibe I got, but like I can't say with like Thai women, Vietnamese, I can kind of put them in that maybe that category. I would definitely say they're wifey. There's some women that kind of have been around the block, but even that, I mean, they're still, I mean, they're still good women. Even we're not talking like the women on Khao San Road or something like or Battaya. No, I'm not saying that, but like they're very feminine, very sweet, um, easy to deal with for the most part. I definitely think that if you could maybe pull a Southeast Asian woman, they can make a good wife.
Cow style roll? How do
Oh,
you spell that, please?
Like Khao Road, like there's women there. I don't. You said don't say it, so I don't want to say it. But yeah,
What's that? Is that in Thailand or is that in Laos?
that's in Thailand. They don't have a Khao Road in Vientiane though. No.
Spell that for me, please. Just out of interest, please. Just want to know to avoid it if I ever
Okay.
go to Thailand.
Khao Road is like the tourist like the tourist hub for like Bangkok. It's like
Ah,
tons of
Kalasin. Kalasin. So Kalasin.
no Khao Road. Yeah, it's like
Spell it,
there-
please.
I sent it in the chat. Okay, it's KHOASAN. So it's basically like just a street with bars, clubs, um, you know, lots of 304s. Is that
304s.
is that okay to
Yeah,
say?
yeah.
Um, yeah, that's and then if you go to Pattaya, Thailand, the whole city is just seedy, nasty, a bunch of Western tourists looking for that type of thing. But all that stuff is kind of not in Vientiane. So if you can maybe avoid the 304s, which I mean, you'd be an idiot to do that. Yeah, I definitely think generally the women in Southeast Asia would be wifey.
Amazing. So next question for you, brother, is so break down the personality type of the average Laotian brother. Is it happy, bubbly, or is she or just get it out of her? Break it down for us, please, bro.
Oh yeah, sweet, just very sweet, warm, sweet. Yeah, yeah. There, I mean, everyone. I think I've dated women from all over the world, and I think that every woman might give you some problems down the road. But yeah, they're nice women, man, for sure. I mean, and I'm more so speaking in general, comparing it to Thailand, Vietnamese, all that. But yeah, the vibe that I got was they're very sweet, and it was very refreshing compared to the states and maybe some other Western countries.
Amazing, amazing, bro. So now,
Oh, can I just say one more thing?
of course.
And this is more so. I'm just kind of putting Thai and Laotian women in a bubble because I think they are a little the same. I kind of felt like Thai women were almost like they're kind of like down to earth, so it was almost like talking to maybe like a man almost. Not to say they're not feminine, but it's almost like they're just like more real, like less they weren't so stuck up. There wasn't that many games. Um, you know. I mean, I remember with I had been so just conditioned from the type of games women played when I first went out to this was in Chiang Mai. I was like this girl was messaging me to go on a date with her, and I didn't even go. I was just like I was just in my work because I was like because in my mind I had been conditioned. Oh, this chick's gonna flake, you know, like she. So I it was just all this toxic stuff in the States. The girl calls me. She's like, "Where are you at? I'm at this place. Like, where are you?" Like she was like, she called me like pissed off. Like I was like, oh man, like I was because like I've been flaked on about 30 times in a row by American women. But this girl was like was fired up, calling me like, "Where you at?" So yeah, like
Did you end up going or?
yeah. No, I mean, she was still pretty salty. I didn't show up, but I thought like from the vibe because well, she was just kind of straight up, like she was straight up like, hey, meet me at this place, boom, and I was like generally kind of with my experience, I didn't meet her online, but generally when a girl was like that, she was just flaking. So I kind of thought like you can't just be straight up with a girl. There wasn't much rapport, and she wants to meet you, but it wasn't, nah, she was, yeah, it was just chill, down to earth, and really easy to get along with her, kind of.
Did you end up meeting her, or you didn't meet her that day?
I know I met her. Yeah, I met her that night. She waited. Yeah, she waited for me. I met her that night. Yeah.
Good stuff, bro. Good stuff. So, brother, do you think, right? So, brother, in my opinion, right? So, brother, would you say last women are feminine and submissive?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So,
It's
brother, to
obvious.
me, it's obvious.
The
Okay.
even the energy is different, man. You can feel it. Like
Break it down. What do you mean?
like I'm just saying, because I don't want to like mislead anybody because I wasn't there for that long. But it's like when you're talking to a girl, it's like that barrier, whatever that barrier is, with women and men in the West, it's just not there. It's just different. It's like I almost feel like I'm meeting. It's almost with the Southeast Asian women. It's like I'm meeting a real woman. You know what I'm saying? Is
Amazing,
that
brother.
yeah?
So, brother, in my opinion, right, a woman has reached peak submissiveness if she does this for you, right? So, close your eyes, brother, and brothers in the chat, close your eyes too, right? So, you're on IT, bro. Okay, you've done my Python course, and you have until Sunday. You can see on the screen to join my Python course. You get into IT, etc., etc. You're doing well. You're in the office. You come back home from the office, right? You're all tired, right? Your Laos wife or girlfriend greets you, takes a coat off your back, hangs it, kisses you, hugs you, whatever. Cool, right? Then you take her around, right? And you grab and you you drag her upstairs to the bathroom. You look her in the eye and you tell her, "Hey, baby, okay, can you come? So you tell her, right? Hey, baby, can you undress me, okay? And after you undress me, can you come inside of me in the bathtub, okay? And in the bathtub, can you bathe me, right, from head to toe? And after you finish bathing me, can you moisturize me from head to toe, brother? So essentially, brother, right, will a Laos woman bathe and moisturize you in the bathtub, bro?
Man, IP, bro. I think from what it sounds like to me, you know, I think what you're really looking for, IP, is an Asian woman. I mean, that's from what I've been listening to you for maybe a couple of years now, and you often say this like bathing thing, and I think you are looking for an Asian woman, IP, because the Asian women are really into bathing you. Let's put it that way. I think every woman that I met that I was a little bit like maybe a little bit more intimate with, yeah, they bathed me every single time. You know, that was the only women that did that. They not Latinas, European. I haven't really met an African girl. American, you forget that. Yeah, you can forget. Yeah, but no, like Asian women do that like pretty consistently. You know what I'm saying?
Brother,
So
amazing. So, brother,
yeah,
can you bring that people about were these Americanized Asians or Asians in from Asia? Asia.
I haven't really been that close to. Maybe I was with one Asian American girl, but it went really south. I don't really know if they do it. I kind of doubt it, but I don't know. I kind of doubt it though. Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask this, brother. Right, so you're telling me, right, brother, can you break down the nationalities of Asian women, brother, that bathed you, brother? Break it down for us, bro.
Okay. Thai, maybe four of them did. South Korean. Uh,
Oh,
yeah, I guess Thai and South Korean and Singaporean. Yeah.
what, brother? South Korean and Singaporean women bathed you, brother. You
Yeah.
have you been Singapore before, brother?
No, I just knew her, and but yeah, but I think that's pretty commonplace. Like they like one is they're really into massages and bathing. Yeah, so
Oh, okay.
I
So
miss
let me
that.
ask.
That's one thing I miss about dating Asian women. And really, I just that my ex that was a really bad experience. But yeah, I've had really great experiences with the women that I dated in Asia for the most part. I kind of just more so left. I wasn't staying there, so maybe it would have been more long term. But yeah, I had good experiences with them there in general.
So, question for you, brother. Right, how did you convince those women to bathe you, brother? How? Was it when you were intimate with them, or did you tell them, "Hey, can you bathe me"? How did you? Or did they actually offer, "Hey, I want to bathe you"? And that was it when you
No,
watching that.
no, 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 no. No. They wanted to do it. They offered. I didn't. I've never really seen that's never really been my thing. I mean, I never really thought to ask to do that or for someone to do that. I like massages. I love massages, but which is an Asian. I mean, every Asian woman I've met will give you a massage. Yeah, but um, yeah, no, they wanted to do it. They just asked to do it.
Wow. And brother, when they did it to you, did they ask you to do it to them? Hey, you got to do it to me as well, or did they like, no, it's me?
No,
Damn.
no, and that you know what, man, that just made me think something with a lot of women in I mean, I would say I haven't really even seen this in Europe, but more so in the states. It's like almost like they're like, you do this for me, I do this for you, you know, like. But yeah, it didn't seem like that was necessarily the vibe out in with women that I was meeting in Asia. You know what I mean?
Wow. Incredible. Incredible, bro. So, brother,
No,
let me
no,
ask.
like never when they bathed me, they were like, no, you better bathe me too. No, 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 no.
Wow. Incredible. So, brother, tell me things you don't like about last woman, right? Or are these women perfect angels?
Man, I don't know. I mean, I was just there 2 weeks. I could say with with maybe some of the Thai women, the mm, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say every interaction was just perfect. Um,
Brother, you're referring to Laos, right? Not Thai woman, right? Woman in Laos, Laotian woman. In
I
terms of
didn't see anything I disliked in particular. I mean, but I didn't. I mean, you see what you don't like when you're in the relationship, you know.
okay, interesting. And would you say when you saw men with Laotian women, those men looked happy? They didn't look sad like Western men do. But in the West, right, a lot of men look miserable with their Western girlfriends. But in Laos, bro, did you see men there happy with their Laotian girlfriends?
I don't necessarily know. I mean, I wouldn't. I don't really know. I would assume it would be. I don't really see why they wouldn't be happy. I mean, they seem pretty sweet to me. But I don't know. I don't know. I can't really say yes or no.
Awesome. No, that's perfect, bro. So, brother, those are my questions, brother, in terms of your time down woman there, brother. Brother, how long do you have left, particularly in your headset, so I can time it well?
I can maybe stay if we have any questions or anything like that. I can stay for maybe I could say maybe 20 more minutes.
Okay, awesome, bro. All right, brothers, let's open up the phone lines. If you have any intel on Laos or any questions about Laotian women or Laos in general to our guests, please call in. If you can't call in, you must hit your super chat and PayPal to get your questions read out. As you can see on the screen, you got until this Sunday, 18th of February, right, 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time to book your slot and save your space in my upcoming Python course. Okay, this will be my fourth batch of students. Okay, so if you try and join after that time and day, I will not accept you. All right. If you're serious about IT, about traveling the world, building your skill set, beginning your IT journey where I teach you beginners and intermediate Python, feel free to take that leap of faith and save your spot, right? Save your place and spot in that particular course. So if you go on my Patreon, okay, and I'll link it here in the live stream chat. Go on my Patreon, look for the tier called the Ultimate Python Course February 2024 and save your space there. I'm looking forward to teaching y'all next week, actually. It should be a fun journey. You'll be my fourth batch of students. And when you go on to my the tier and you scroll down, you're going to see a testimony section. Right, you're going to see the how Python has changed lives of brothers, how it's improved their skill set, made them more marketable to employers. The world is becoming more tech heavy. The world is becoming more tech heavy. AI, machine learning, all these different things. And Python is there, right, to help assist you there and give you more of a skill set there. So it's up to you, brothers, right? If you want to, uh, you know, move. It's up to you if you want to move with the future or get left behind. Because you know what? Tech is the future, right? If you want to travel all around the world, you should be in tech. You can't travel all around the world if you're a lawyer, if you're a firefighter, if you're a bin man, if you're driving trucks, because you can't do it remotely. You got to be in the country. There you go, brothers. Okay, there you go. If you have any questions, hit the super chats or hit the PayPal or call in. Okay. So now let's get it cracking, right? So once again, call in regards to Laos only questions, super chat, PayPal. That is the rules. Okay. If you're serious about getting your question answered, you got to hit the super chats, hit the PayPal, or call in. Okay. Let's get it cracking, man. Great stream, brother. Classic. Absolute classic, man. I had to put you on mute there because I heard some background noise. I heard Becky speaking in the background, bro. Yeah, we don't want to hear Becky this time when we're speaking about cute, beautiful Laotian women. We don't want Becky near that, bro. All right, forget Becky. Right? We foreign gang right now, man. It's all about foreign chicks, right? No more Western women, no more English chicks, no more American chicks. We done with them. All right, let Pookie and Ray Ray have them. Right, right? I don't care about them. In fact, I want Pookie and Rere to run through all Western women because I don't care about Western chicks, right? I want the smart brothers, I want the passport bros to leave the West and build bases abroad. And I want Pookie and Western women to marry each other and have dysfunctional relationships. I don't give a damn anymore, right? I want to see passport bros out the matrix, right? And that's why I'm pushing IT. Crypto, yeah, in the crypto market recently. I've been pushing crypto over the past couple of weeks. There'll be more crypto streams coming, but we're planning big things, brothers, right? To get out of the matrix. Crypto, IT, into and foreign women, right? Establishing bases. Okay. Now the game. Some of y'all ain't serious about this, and y'all will get left behind. Some of y'all daydreaming about traveling. Some of y'all just doing nothing, living vicariously through the channel or other brothers. How about you get out there and experience it yourself? How about you set a plan, right? If you actually listened to me last year, book your consultations, join my mentorship plan via the platinum tier on my Patreon, you'd be set up, right, to actually get into IT, right? You'd have that crypto knowledge that I give to brothers on the Patreon and via our Python classes. It's not a game to us. Some brothers are taking this seriously. The brothers who take this seriously are booking Theo's Manosphere conference ASAP, right? If you're in America right now, ain't no reason why you should not be going to that conference to network with other brothers and be in Theo's AWS classes too, right? Some of y'all ain't gonna make it, man. And I'm sorry to say that, but you ain't serious about it. But the brothers who have joined my Python course, they're serious. Because now they got a network of brothers, right? Before we actually ended my previous Python course, we were talking about crypto. A couple gem of a coins that brothers told me, and I told brothers, we're exchanging information right now. It ain't a game, bruv. It ain't no game to me, fam. So the power's in your hand, right? Right? The choice is in your hand. That's all I can do. I'm doing what I can to uplift brothers, to help brothers out. But if you don't take that help, nothing I can do. End of this year, when crypto's running, when brothers are getting into IT, when brothers got that skill set, you're gonna wish that you listened to me and Theo at the beginning of this year. I can't save anyone, man. We can't save anyone. Okay? We can't save anyone. So again, if you have any questions, right, you gotta hit the super chat and PayPal or call in. That is as simple as that. Or your question won't get read. So, Mr. Harold, great stream, bro, so far. When are you going back to Laos?
Yeah, I'd love to go back. I mean, it's a country that I really wish I could have seen more of because I was in Vientiane and I really enjoyed it. I would love to see the nature and like maybe get out of the capital, but I was just there for a visa run. I don't know when I'm going to be back, but it's been on my bucket list and maybe to get out to Laos and maybe spend some real time and just to add one more thing. I'm starting to learn now is like you where you want to hit are the places that maybe a lot of people haven't gone, so I'm trying to hit more like your second tier cities or maybe your countries that are a little bit more untapped because that's where you can see the real culture, and I also think that's where the business opportunities are at too.
Okay, awesome, bro. Shout out to Marvin Witt for the $5 super chat. Thank you, bro, for the support. Your guest IP said that he was working remotely while in Laos. Was a company based in the States or where? How did he deal with the time difference? That's a question to you, bro.
Okay, was I working? Okay, I was working remotely for a U.S. company in Laos, and that was one thing that was terrible because the time zone was really messed up, man. Because I'd be up at like 3, 4 a.m. and I would have to be like mentally effective, and that was hard, man. I mean, it was hard. So I think that's probably one knock on Southeast Asia is that, it's you got to deal with that time zone if you got to work remotely. So that actually that's one reason I kind of got a little bit turned off by Asia because I just couldn't. I'm a morning person and I can't really get on that time zone like that. But if you had another remote source of income or maybe you could choose your own hours, I think it could definitely work and it's super cheap.
Yes, indeed. Or you could be in Germany, brothers, right? Time zone difference between Germany and America is only 5 hours, 5, 6 hours, and you can do that. Asia is like 12, 11 hours, if I'm not mistaken. But Europe to America, Eastern time is 5 hours apart. And you can
Yeah,
do that, brothers.
it,
So
wa- it
go on,
was
bro.
literally the exact opposite. Um, it was the exact opposite of this time in the state. So if it was like maybe 10 p.m., it'd be 10 a.m. there. That makes sense.
Yeah, yeah,
So
that's crazy hours.
yeah,
Not like that in Europe, brothers. If you're in Germany, women are checking for brothers. Great IT scene in Germany as well. Um, and they love American brothers in Germany too. You can easily, live a great functional life in Germany. Not even Germany, Eastern Europe as well. You want to be in Slovakia, in Serbia. You want to be in Portugal, Spain, just chilling in the weather. Have your laptop out. It's a life. It's the
yeah.
life.
And I've kind of moved more towards because I was living out in Asia for a year, and it was a great experience. But I'm actually kind of feel like I'm moving more towards like Europe. Maybe, and I was also interested in maybe Eastern Europe, maybe North Africa, kind of like that. So
Amazing. Shout out to Mr. Jeremy Sears for the $10 super chat IP. Could you ask your guest the average build of woman in Laos? Go on, bro.
Um, they're kind of skinny. Um, wouldn't say I definitely wouldn't say they're typically curvaceous. Maybe if they got in the gym, they probably could be, but typically skinny for the most part. But there's a couple out there that are a little bit have a but a little bit curvier build. There's a couple. It's more so than Thailand. They're a little bit more curvier than Thailand,
Awesome, awesome, bro.
but similar.
Uh,
Yeah, keep
shout
going.
out to shout out to Mr. Tell Eating Snake for the $5 super chat. Thanks for the support, bro. Shout out to you, bro. Can I use my new MacBook, bro, for the Python course? I don't even use Windows anymore. Yes, you can, bro. I'm just saying. So it is preferable if you have a Windows laptop and use Windows for a smoother experience. Now, if you want to be serious in IT, right? You want to use Windows laptops. Okay. Now, Mac laptops are more for entertainment purposes, creating music videos, creating music, particularly. When you see all these producers in the studio, they always got Macs, right? So Mac is very good for building beats and all that stuff. And I'm not saying it's horrible, but if you want to actually have a greater experience when you're coding or IT in general, you want to use Windows, okay? But Mac will still work. Mac Pro will work for Python. I'm just saying for a better experience, choose Windows. But Mac is okay, brother. But Windows is better, in my opinion, if you want to take IT seriously. So Mr. Bryson, who is this? Who's that in the chat? Is that a troll? What the? Hold on. All right, hold on. Give me a second, brothers. Trolls will be dealt with. Trolls will be dealt with swiftly. All right, let me make it very clear. Trolls will be dealt with swiftly. Don't try it. Do not try it. Hello? Can you hear me, bro? Am I there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay, sorry, bro. Yeah, okay, I lost connection there. All right, awesome. So far, so good. All right, brothers, call in, man. The brothers here to break it down for us. Brother, anything else you want to add about Laos that I've missed out in terms of, you know, anything, bro, that is important?
Uh,
Maybe
mm,
as a solo traveler, should we go there ourselves or in a group? What's your recommendation?
I think you could do either one. I might say that might be more of a group vibe. Because there's a lot of nature there. But I mean, you could have a great time solo too, because you know, yeah, I think there's a lot of there's not that many. I think in Laos you could meet a really interesting tourist because most people don't go there. I will say you need to pay to for the visa to get into the country, and I think if I'm not mistaken, they only offer a 1 month visa that you have to pay a certain amount of money for. I think maybe it was like $50. Don't quote me on this because it was years ago, but it was a little. I mean, usually I get in visa free and I don't have to pay anything, but that was a little bit of a process to get my visa for Laos. So keep that in mind. You might have to pay a little bit of money and wait maybe a couple hours to get your visa to get into Laos.
Okay, awesome. All right, brothers, we got the brothers got 7 more minutes, brothers. For y'all to call in. If you want the brother to actually answer your question, 7 more minutes. Now's the time. This won't be a 2 hour stream. He's got things to do. Call in, brothers. Call in. So yeah, bro. Anything else that is important for us that we need to address?
Any what?
So anything else? So I'm just looking at the chat. I think there might be a troll in our live stream chat. So I was just saying, brother, in terms of anything else about Laos we should know about, bro, in your opinion, that's important.
I think we covered everything that's coming to mind. Uh, yeah, I would definitely recommend it. I'm really into French culture. I think it's especially an interesting situation if you like French culture because it's you can kind of see, that in Asia, and I think Vietnam is like that too. Haven't really been to Vietnam, but yeah, it was very cool. Food's great. Um, kind people. I wish I could have seen the nature, but I think there's beautiful nature out there. Um, it's a little bit underdeveloped, but yeah, I think definitely if you were willing to rough it out, man, heck, you can make some money moves out there. I'm sure if you had some remote job, maybe some savings. Oh man, yeah, it's could be a really great situation to grow.
Awesome. Awesome, man. Awesome. All right, bros. 5 more minutes until the bro is gone. 5 more minutes. Um, for y'all to call in. No one calls in 5 minutes. We're gonna end the stream. Actually, you got 5 minutes to call in to ask a question. If you can't call in, y'all gotta hit uh the uh uh the super chats or the PayPal donation. Awesome, man. It's been Mr. Harold. It's been a pleasure to have you on
Yes.
here. Um, Nicaragua next, huh?
Oh yeah, man. You're really you're really stretching it, man. You're going for the front. You're going for the frontier markets, bro. Like, but man, yeah, we might be able to do that. Like I said, I mean, I don't know, if, all the intel I can give out there, but it's an interesting place. I was just there a week, so
Awesome. Let's plan for that soon. Shout out to Mr. Yu-Gi-Oh Master. It's time to do. You know what I'm referring to, bro?
I love it. I love it. Oh man, you're a good host. You're very creative, man. Very creative.
Classic, man. Classic opening. It's time to do. Shout out to Yugimoto. Shout out to Seto Kaiba. Classics. Shout out to Hey IP. Quick question for the guests: can online business work in Laos?
I mean, I don't know how this works, man. Well, I don't know like the specifics of your question. I mean, because I feel like an online business can work anywhere. Are you asking about visas? Are you
Mm,
asking about like like co-working spaces? But yeah, I mean, an online business can work everywhere. It's online, Yeah, I mean, you might have to get a visa to live in Laos. I think they offer digital nomad visas, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, online business can work everywhere, as far as I know.
awesome, awesome, bro. Awesome. Um, Now, all right. So we got 2 more minutes here, and I think this has been an incredible stream so far, brother. Brother, is there a sense of white worship happening there in Laos?
To be fair, there's a little bit of that. I would say less so than Thailand, just because it's a little bit off the beaten path. But I think everywhere in Southeast Asia, there's a little bit of that type of thing. But I wouldn't say it's necessarily like It's not in a racist way. I think they treat black people very well there too.
Okay,
It's not like Thailand though. I promise you, it's kind of like more Asian. It's like it hasn't been like just where like tons of Western tourists are just kind of messed the place up. It's not to that point yet.
so but you saying Thailand's got a white worship issue?
I'd say in some ways, yes,
Wow, wow,
yes.
Whew. Wow. How about one day they start worshiping black men, all the Asian people?
I feel like they should. I mean, I feel like they should. Maybe we can maybe be the change, man. But in Thailand, see, and I actually in a way kind of respect that they made this law, because I saw what happened in Thailand, and man, it's messed up, bro. Like I'm in Thailand, in the middle of Thailand, I see more white women with Asian women than Asian men. It's just I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's just egregious, man. It's just agreed. I mean, it even it's touching on racism in my mind, that because it doesn't matter who the white guy is, it's like they're a king with these, you know. So that, and I mean, I did get some play in Southeast Asia too, but man, that was just, I mean, that's just next level. I mean, it's like I don't even think these some of these Thai women need to know the guy's name from wherever European country, and they'll be down. You know what I'm saying? It's just that he's white.
Same in the West, bro. Like I'm not being serious here. Like in the UK, from what I see, brother, I have seen more East Asian women with white men than East Asian women with East Asian men, which is shocking, right? Basically, in the UK, I've seen more black men with black women than black men with white women. I see, but when it comes to East Asia, Chinese, Japanese, Korean in the UK, a lot of them, bro, are with white men. I'm thinking, come on, right? Like, now I'm not saying you can't date each other, but it comes to a point where, like, if I'm seeing more of the woman with another race of men than their own race of men, and black men are not even being considered in this conversation here, I'm thinking, what's going on there? Like, I hardly ever see, I've hardly seen a black man with an East Asian woman in the UK. Like, that's probably every 5 years I've seen that, brother. Once every 5 years in the UK. Like, it's very rare. But I see white
Yeah,
men,
man.
Asian women everywhere, bro. It's weird, bro. Like, the worship for white skin is insane, bro.
Yeah, it's messed up, man. I wouldn't necessarily go that far out here. Actually, my neighbor, he's a black man, and his wife is from Hong Kong. Funny enough, and I mean, I don't know what it is about this town, but every age I know 3 Asian women in this town, and they're all with black men, and they're not like hood. They're not like hood Asian women either. There's so I don't know what's up with my town, and I live in a small town too. Um, but yeah, I mean, in the States, a lot of women, it's like that, man. I would say, and I'm an advocate for my Asian brothers, man. Like, I don't know what's going on, bro. Like, but that is just egregious, man. Like, I don't know how. I mean, it might be 2 years that I haven't seen an Asian woman with a white with the Asian man. Like, I don't know what these guys are doing, man. Like I don't know what they're. I wonder if they're kind of going through like a crisis, bro. Because like, I mean, I don't know what they're doing because what are they gonna do, man? Because I don't think white women are necessarily messing with them. I don't think black women are messing with them, and then we know what Asian women are on. So, man, I mean, I wish I could help these brothers, bro, but I don't know what to tell them.
It's insane, bro. So, brother, I've
Yeah.
got a caller in the background. How long can you still for, Just go, brother? It's up to you.
I can stay for a little longer.
Okay, let me bring in Mr. Marvin in the background. What's going on, Marvin? How you doing, bro?
Hey, IP was good, man.
I'm
And
doing good, man. You good?
yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. Came a little bit late, so I didn't catch your guest name here, but
Harold.
Harold, how's it going, man?
Yeah.
So so yeah, like I said, man, I'm just gonna be short, sweet to the point here, because I just want to kind of just get a little bit more detail, because you said you worked remotely while you were in Laos. You mentioned the time difference, so I'm just wondering, man, like, okay. Because you say you was up like 4 a.m. crazy hours. What did you not see like any sunlight? like I don't know. Can you give me more detail on that, brother? Because
It
I'm
was.
interested in working remotely in Asia, because I went to Thailand like last year, loved it. I was like, I definitely need to go back, and I'm looking possibly trying to work remotely. So any
Yeah.
detail, man, I appreciate that.
Yeah, I lived in Thailand for like 6 months, 6.5 months. I loved it. I mean, all things considered. Yeah, but that's the thing that really sucked is the time zone. I'd be up probably, yeah, I'd be up probably to 10 to 5 p.m. or no, 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. working. And I mean, I'm not even gonna lie, like sometimes I even fell asleep working, and it was a bad look, man. It was a bad look,
Mm,
and it lasted. maybe for like 5 more months. But I think maybe that was probably because I actually ended up losing that job, and that was probably a big reason because like they even promote.
Dang, man.
I got a promotion, a raise, and everything when I was just out here in the States working just normal hours. But when that was happening, man, yeah, it was yeah, man.
But wait,
I think that's one reason I kind of if I am gonna take off again, I'm gonna go out to Europe maybe or Latin America or maybe you know hunker down out here because I couldn't handle it. Some people are built that way though. I'm just a morning. People have a different circadian rhythm. I'm a morning person. So I
so
couldn't really do it.
you're telling me you fell asleep during Zoom calls,
No, no,
with the camera on?
no. Uh, I'm not saying the camera was on, but I was dozing off sometimes. I wouldn't say full on in the bed asleep. I'm not gonna go that far, but I was just kind of dozing off. So yeah, man.
Interesting.
Yeah, be
Well,
careful. Be
I don't know here, man. With that time difference, that kind of, I guess, work schedule, man. Do you even have time to kind of I don't know much about Laos because I've never been there, but I know Thailand, like um there's a pretty good like nightlife. So I guess like when it's hard, you could go out, you could socialize. I don't know. Did you have time to kind of go out, socialize, experience certain things while you're there? It was very much so just
I
I
had
don't
I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun. Yeah. On the weekends, Friday night, yeah, I wasn't really working, so yeah, I had a lot of fun.
Awesome.
So it wasn't like that. I think there's some jobs where maybe you're not necessarily needed to um, like certain hours. So I would just either make sure you're just the type of guy who can stay up and be up at 5 a.m. and just change your schedule, or just get something where it's not like you can maybe deal with this with the time schedule because there I think there's a lot of guys that are talking about go to Asia, and I would definitely like go there to visit, but you got to keep in mind that time zone, man. That is no joke, really.
yeah, because
Awesome.
man, it's definitely a plan to go back. Like I said, and possibly work remotely, but again, just that time zone difference, like you said, that's kind of what I'm concerned about. And me, I'm also
Yeah,
kind of a morning person, but uh, again, if I had to work at night, man, because I gotta keep the money flowing, I gotta keep the bag coming in. So, um,
yeah. I would. Yeah. It can work. I know a lot of guys that did it. But it was not easy, man. I'm just gonna keep it like that. It was not easy to work as far as the work schedule. But see,
well,
like Europe, as opposed to Europe, I think that's like the perfect situation if you were doing that in Europe, or Latin America. Latin America is like the same time zone as the U.S. And Europe, I even think I look at it as an advantage because you could kind of be up, you can kind of have like the morning to like 3 or something like that to do what you want to do, and then like you're working from like let's say you might get off work at 9 or something, but then like that's like when you could do things socially. So I think it's like literally like even a plus, if you were able to pull that off in Europe.
Okay. All right, Mr. Marvin, thanks for calling in, bro. Much appreciated. You
all
have
right,
any questions? Are you
appreciate
good?
it. No, I'm all good, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, Hero, man. Yeah, have a good one.
Appreciate,
Have a
appreciate it.
good one,
Yeah.
man. Take it easy, brother. Peace. All right, bruv. So I think it's time to let Mr. Harold go. Hold on, Harold. Give me a second, please. Shout to. Nah, F that. Okay, so let's go, man. So, Mr. Harold, do you have any closing statements, bro?
Oh no, I think that's it. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate the talk. I hope everybody out there can have some good inspiration to travel. Um, Laos and Southeast Asia, I had an amazing time there. So yeah, I think it will definitely expand your mind and everything. And very sweet people, great food. I would, yeah, just can't recommend it enough. And for anybody who wants to connect, just let me know. Maybe reach out to IP. And yeah, and I'm always trying to meet new friends that love to travel. So just let me know.
Thank you, bro. Much appreciated. So that's Mr. Harold there. Much appreciated, bro. So, brothers, been a great live stream. Look into Laos. It's been a pleasure, right, working on this channel, on this space, and getting brothers on here, sharing their experience. Much appreciated. So again, keep supporting the channel. Even after the stream, you can hit the PayPal donation. That'd be greatly appreciated. You can hit the super thanks in the comments. You can join the Patreon for Intel into foreign women, Japanese women, Brazilian women, Vancouver, Romania. It's on the Patreon. Freaky, raw, nasty, unfiltered. Consider becoming a lifetime member on the Patreon. As you know, I've mentioned it several times during the stream, right? You got until the end of Sunday this week to book your spot in the upcoming Python class as my 4th batch of students. Okay, I look forward to teaching y'all. So join it. And yeah, looking forward to teaching y'all very soon. Much appreciated to our brother, Mr. Harold, right? And I'll see you brothers on the next classic video. Thank you very much appreciated.